Everybody, it's your boy Jack here, and welcome to the Big Brother Canada Season 6, Week 5 rant. Today in this video, I'm going to be talking about everything that went on this week in Big Brother that led up to, spoiler alert, Maren's eviction. I'm going to be talking about Erica's second HOH reign and everything that went on around that. Yeah, besides that, I want to let you know that every week I do a separate video called Power Rankings, where I break down the top 3 people that I think, in my opinion, are the 3 biggest threats going to the next couple of weeks. If you want to check out that video or last week's video, you can check it out down below. This week we had the HOH competition, and that was hilarious. I love them getting drunk and like the whole like memory competition where they're getting buzzed. Oh my goodness, hilarious. I love that like Maren was the first person to get like the soberest yet the first person to get out, and like everybody else, Will was having Will was like a moose, like a drunken moose. It was hilarious. He was like trying to just like stand up and keep up and not throw up, and it was just hilarious. And like I just sort of loved that competition. That was a great, hilarious competition, and I couldn't help but laughing. Apparently though, on the feeds too, everybody was making out with everybody. It was hilarious. I love that though. That was funny. That was a funny competition. I love that. It was sort of funny too, oddly enough. Erica wins the HOH. Maddie was like this close, and I was like, girl, I was like rooting for you, to be honest. Like, I was sort of rooting for you, because like I wish she would have done it, because I'm sort of sick of everybody like pushing her around and like her not really realizing that she's sort of a pawn to everybody, and like the only reason people are wanting her out now is just because it's sort of a bit of a minor inconvenience to everybody except for Johnny. But yeah, either way, Erica won HOH. Good for her. Thumbs up. And like I know she was trying to throw it too. Honestly, if I was in her situation, I would have tried to throw that stuff. But yeah, that's basically it. That happened with Erica and the HOH competition. That was hilarious. But basically, Erica was like, okay, gonna lay low this week as an HOH. I'm gonna keep calm, keep cool, all that stuff. I'm gonna nominate 2 people that are pawns. And like I think she made a pretty good case where it was like, okay, I want to nominate these 2 people because they're pawns, but also as well they are a threat to my game, because anybody I can sit, like I could be sitting beside them, no matter what, I'd be going home. And I think that's a really smart decision. Just for her game personally. Everybody else's game, I would have loved to see them maybe get out a bigger player. But for her, good for her, because she's not trying to like exploit herself as a big threat. But yeah, she nominated Ryan and Maren. Ryan and Maren are sort of like cool, whatever, expected. But I wish like they sort of took a risk and was like, okay, well let's nominate someone who's like a bigger person. Ryan and Maren were sort of cool about it, and like cool. And everything. I think they were just sort of waiting for the veto. They picked players for the veto competition, and the veto competition goes down, and like once again, like 5th week in a row, an awesome veto competition. Original idea, yes, it's sponsored, but like I like that. It's like a whole like trivia for the mind competition where it's like memory and running around and making sure you're getting it at the right door, and it was just like smart comp. Like I like that. I wish I was like doing that. Like I wish I could do that comp. Like personally, I would have loved that. It was a cool, colorful competition. Johnny ended up winning. And yeah, like good for him. Johnny ended up winning the POV, the power of veto, with like the quickest time. And yeah, like it was Johnny wins POV. He decides, you know what? I'm not going to use it, because part of it is because I know he is targeting Maren. He wanted Maren out like ever since he could get him out. And like yeah, I sort of like I can understand why he would want him out. Johnny decides, you know what, not going to use the POV, going to respect Erica's OG nominees, and I think it was a good decision for Erica as well. But yeah, besides that, the final nominees ended up being Ryan and Maren, because obviously Johnny didn't use the POV. Nominations stayed the same, and this is where it gets really interesting. So now, since the veto ceremony and everything, it was sort of interesting to see how everything happened. Both guys were pretty cool, calm, and collected. They had their own speeches, they campaigned and everything. But it's interesting because at the beginning of the week, it was like, okay, let's get Ryan out. He's being annoying. Nobody likes him. Personally, for me, I loved Ryan because as a fan, he is annoying and he is memeable. And I love the frustrating, annoying, memeableness that he has because I love all the Ryan memes. Oh my goodness, I'm living for that. I'm living for the Ryan memes. Just if you don't get what I'm saying, just like check Twitter and like be like, yo, where's the Ryan memes at? Hashtag BBCAN6. You'll get what I mean. You'll get what I mean. Hopefully. But yeah, Ryan, like, it was gonna originally be Ryan leaving the house and everything. Then something sort of happened where Erica was sort of like, oh, let's get Marin out. And basically the vote flipped. And instead of Marin being voted out, it was a close tie, like it was a close vote. But at the end of the day, it was Marin who got evicted, our second gatecrasher to be evicted. And it's sad to see our gatecrasher go by, but TBH, he wasn't my gatecrasher. Like, as much as I love Marin and I loved his whole beatboxing and stuff that was going on, and I loved the whole, like, dancing he was doing on the feeds and the fun moments he had, like, I liked him as a player. I wish that, he could have came in as a house guest, to be honest, so I didn't like him as a gatecrasher. He didn't crash the gates. He didn't try to explode the game. He didn't try to bring a new perspective to the game. He was sort of just trying to hit the mainstream, trying to be a housemate. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of people would be like, I love Marin, what are you talking about? That's just my opinion though. But let me know what your thoughts are about that, about Marin's eviction. So yeah, that's basically it though. Marin was evicted, and yeah. I like Marin though as a person. I think he's a really good guy, and I'm sad to see him go. But it is the name of the game. Overall though, I'm not petty that Marin is the gatecrasher. I would have loved to see what Kirsten and Mikey would have had, but I think I would say the same thing if Karen and Mikey were in there and Veronica and Marin weren't. But yeah, overall that's just my opinion. The one thing I'm gonna say about this cast and everything, my one biggest hope is what they would my biggest hope for these housemates is for the ones that aren't playing the game, start playing the game, start changing the game, trying to make alliances and trying to make different deals. That could potentially be an option that could win you $100,000 plus a bunch of other extra perks. One of my biggest hopes is that the people who are floating or who look like they're floating start playing the game and start realizing that this is halfway through the game. You need to start playing the game because this is how you win the game. You don't win the game with the people in jury, you win the game with when these people see the moves that you're making. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Jack Skinner. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit post notifications if that's something that you are into. Besides that, let me know your thoughts about this week. Erica's HOH reign 2.0, Johnny winning the veto and everything around that. Check out my power rankings video to see who I think are the biggest threats of this week. Besides that, thank you so much for watching. Bye. Have a good time.